Hello, this is Miguel Nicholson coming to you with another talk on pretty much what I've already had before, a little on exercise, and mostly with the Violence Free Day. Since today is Violence Free Day, I'm just going to focus on that. You ever wonder why sometime when someone makes you mad, and the more you think about it, the more intense the feeling gets, or shall I say, the madder you get? Okay. Do you ever wonder why people get so violent, and then you wonder why they couldn't control themselves or whatever? Because we just have that within us. And it all has to be controlled with each individual one of us. When I was younger, it was anything would get me to the point, to the anger part, to start a fight or be in one. And the reason why I started Violence Free Day was not necessarily because of domestic violence, whatever, even though that's more important than mine. It's just that I felt that there was something that I can contribute that would benefit some of us, all of you, whatever, when it comes to violence, whatever, because it starts somewhere. And some say it's anger. In my age now, I tend to think that it starts with prejudice without our knowing it. Because I'm thinking the stages from prejudice all the way through war, or you could say conflict, it has something to do with that feeling of that emotion or feeling of prejudice. Because it goes from one stage to the next, and it continues. I think we in this country can solve that issue. I don't believe for 1 second that it cannot be. Yes, I know pretty much everything around us is violence. Sometimes we see movies that are violent. We see it on the news all the time. But I don't for 1 second believe that it cannot be controlled. And controlling it puts an end to violence. And I think each one of us has that capacity. Some may not. But I think the majority of us don't want something like that to happen to us. To where we go to the point to where there's no return. And then later on we look back and say, why did I do that? How could I have done that? So just don't believe that it cannot be controlled, it cannot happen. Because what you think is impossible now can be so easy and so wonderful down the road, to where none of this, we always wonder what would have happened, but whatever the case may be. I want us to end it, not just stop it. Because that situation in Israel, they could stop for 10 years and then go back to fighting the way they have before, like you've all known. I've seen them from the 60s as a child throwing rocks at tanks. And for some reason, off and on, it goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I believe that part of the world should be as safe as you can make it to be, or it should be, but it's not. Yes, it's safe now, but when will it not be safe? I still believe that we as Americans can influence the rest of the world by what we do here, what our behavior is here. We're not influencing it now because it's just the way that it is. But the point I wanted to make more than anything is that violence must be ended. There's more talk about it now because of domestic violence. I always thought it was one of the forefront things to be talked about and discussed, but apparently it's not. But it is becoming that way more now. The videos that I sent you today on Violence Free, I hope that had some bearing on what it is I'm trying to accomplish, and hopefully it will influence you in a positive, in a wonderful way. Do what you can. Continue believing optimistically that violence can be ended, because it can. Don't for 1 second think that this is a waste of time and I'm wasting my time, because I'm, for one, do not waste my time. Okay. Tonight I will send you some more live performances. I'm actually going to start in a few minutes. I hope you enjoy it. Be peaceful, be loving, be caring. To a happier, healthier you every day of the year of 2014 and beyond. This is Miguel Nicholson with the BEIS Network. Thank you very much.